What is going on, everybody? This is NotAVlog back again with another video on the series about identity. And it's pretty hot out here today. And back again with another video on the series talking about identity. And the topic I wanted to talk about today was about salvation. So I've been scrolling through YouTube recently, and I've been seeing that there are a lot of pastors and Christian people that post content on YouTube. A lot of these content creators will go out and they will do evangelism, they'll do street preaching, and they'll interact with the public and attempt to fulfill the Great Commission. And that's all good and everything, and I think that is a great thing that people should do that if you are part of the Christian faith, because Jesus tells us to do that. The one thing that I've heard recently that a lot of evangelists and people that go out and speak to the public, and one thing that I've heard these evangelists say recently that I do not necessarily agree with, is that salvation is not only achieved or attained by faith in Jesus alone. Let me explain a little bit deeper what I'm talking about. These evangelists, they'll go out and they'll talk to the people and they'll be like, yeah, the only thing that you need to do in order to be saved is to believe in Jesus. 5 seconds later, they'll be like, but the Bible also says that faith without works is dead. And that is where the problem is, because if there's anything else that someone has to do in order to be saved, then it instantly becomes works. If there is a but at the end of when somebody says Jesus is the only way to be saved, then it is more than just faith, and then it becomes about works. And God made this clear that this was the topic for this video because he sent me in the Bible to Leviticus. Leviticus was all of the rules that Levitical priests had to follow, or else they would not be pure enough to enter into God's presence, which Jesus came to take that away. And in reading all of the rules in Leviticus to purify yourself in order to be able to even enter the Holy of Holies, I began to think there's absolutely no way anybody would be able to do all of this. Or at the very least, it would be very difficult to keep all of these rules. So in showing me all of the rules that the priests had to follow in order to become pure enough to enter God's presence, it allowed me to understand that in reality, to become truly pure with God is an extremely difficult, if not impossible process, or that humans cannot do at all, especially in a fallen world. It also gave me a deeper understanding into the fact that God did love every single person. God did love humanity enough to make it extremely easy to be able to come into communion or to essentially hang out with God by sending his son. And in that lies the identity that I'm talking about, or that I am trying to speak about, which is that you are dear or thought of as somebody worth saving to your creator, that is so holy that it is actually freaking impossible to purify yourself enough and to stay pure long enough to actually make it into a place where you can even hang out with him. Sorry, I had to change a little bit of where I was at because the camera got too hot. What I was saying before my camera overheated was that the identity that God gave you was that of love, and that he loves you enough to come, send his son, and die a horrible, painful death in order to allow you the easiest possible route to come and be with him and walk alongside him and have a relationship with him, because that's really what Christianity is about. That's really what Jesus is all about. That's really what God wants from his creation, is a relationship. That's why relationships are so under attack right now in the church body, in the secular world, all over the place right now. Relationships and what it really means to be in a relationship with someone. That is why it is being under attack right now, because salvation is nothing more than somebody wanting you to come over and hang out. It's for you to believe that they even exist enough for you to want to hang out with them and to build a relationship with them. And that's pretty cool because God thinks of you as a friend. So at the end of the day, what I want you to take away from this is that God, the creator of everything, thinks that you are special and that you deserve salvation, so much so that he is willing to make it the easiest point A to point B solution for something that is frankly impossible. And that means you're pretty freaking special in all aspects. And that's all I got for today. So I guess I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed.